I'm just recording. Okay. Hey y'all. What's up? Okay. I'm out in nature today. I am out in nature. And it is beautiful and it is wonderful. Okay, so today, hey y'all. Just want to share something like to all y'all older women, we battling things like image, in the music industry, how our women, our young girls present themselves, and so one, I'm going to share with you some experiences that I have and that I literally just had before I shot this video. I'm out in the country, but against the things like Sexy Red and Young Miami, and everybody's talking about Young Miami and the song that she did. No, it's not a good song. It doesn't represent well, and yes, it is misleading the youth. It's misleading and misguiding people. We have to, as older women, we have to lead these younger women. We have to show them and teach them what it means to be a woman, what it means to relate to a man, because they don't know how to relate to a man no more. I'm listening to them, they mouthing off and doing all these things, and they don't want to listen to the older women, like older women that are older than me for sure. But I ain't tripping if they want to call me auntie, big sis, whatever they call me, mama, whatever. I'm cool with it. Just getting a balance to what kind of women we're producing. Because the men are running through us. And it feels like, and I'm not going to lie, our black men, I can't say I feel that as a black woman that we are gate kept enough. I can't say I feel like, I can go down that rabbit hole. But for now, that ain't what this video is about. We got some work to do because we have some healing to do. Studying women is out. That was colonial talk. That's why they call the USA are the strongest of the strongest. They took the best of the best of the best of Africa and brought them here. Hello. So, but talking to these young ladies, so I just left out of the store. I had to go send some money off and take care of some business. And so I'm standing in line waiting. And I feel, and this happens to me often, you guys, and I'm not trying to be bragging or anything, but this is just an example of how to step up and what you're saying to these young ladies out here, okay? So I feel this lady, and she's with this young girl, and I can feel them staring at me, and they get quiet, and they're whispering, and then they start pointing. And I get that often. And so, the mother, she's probably looking more like a grandmother. I would say maybe she's in her 60s, late 60s maybe. And but she loved my dress. She was like, I love your dress, and I love how you, I am cute today, y'all. And so, but yeah, I said, she's like, well, she says, I keep telling her to look at you as an example, and look at how you dress, and look at how you present yourself, and look at how you, she says, I love your dress. I said, thank you. And she was beautiful. 2 more light brights. I didn't even ask what they were or what they were mixed with, or none of that. It was just an understanding of common beauty in that space, in that time, right? And so she was just like, I just started telling her, I said, be a lady. She was like, and then the grandma or whatever, it might have been a mama, I don't know. She started just going off telling me everything. And parents will come to you and they'll want help like that. They'll want your help. So if you're an older, more mature woman and you have a good balance in life and you got your stuff right and you know how to think right, you know how to lead, you know how to guide, you know how to mother, you know how to auntie, you know how to all these things, tip some of that and pour some of that off so they glean off of your presence. And I understand, Again, you know, what kind of energy I'm giving, and what, you know, when you see people and you see something, you like, oh yeah, I'm feeling that. So I gave her some words of wisdom, you know, and told her, yeah, men don't like this. They don't like when you're mouthy. Don't do that. And my grandma didn't even have to tell me that. I already know. And she's like, yeah, she be walking through the house just cussing. I was like, men they might not tell you it when you doing it, but in their mind, they thinking that will make him not mess with you no more. So teaching her how to respect a man by understanding, what are men? Who are they in their core? Who are they to you? Who were they supposed to be to you? Understand your space. Yeah, they might like the girls that's dressed in the tight shorts and the halter tops and the crop tops and the, you know, whatever, or just, you know, the half your booty out with a swimsuit and your jeans open. That's cool. I can dress like that too. And y'all seen some of my videos. Y'all know I'm very versatile, but people don't know that when I'm out and about. They just know they like how I present. Okay, so I'm like, okay, yeah. But know how to be a lady. A lady means don't talk too much. Don't be talking too much. They don't like that. Learn how to just listen. Compliment him. Where is he shining at? Let him know that. Don't let another woman let him know. You let him know that, because while all them other ones talking like that, he's coming to the one where he finds peace. And the girl face just started lighting up. She just saw life coming to her. I'm like, She's like, I said so. See, get all that together. Get all that. You lights bright and you got that hair too, honey. Whip it up. Get that together. Okay. At the same time, understand when you do that, you're going to have a lot of the guys want to hang around you. And then you're going to start having women that become haters. You know, so understand who you are when you're this, that. So speaking life into these young ladies to let them know who they are. You know what I'm saying? How do people respond to you as a human being out in society? How do they respond to you as a light-skinned woman or a multi-cultural, multi-interracial person? How do they respond to you as a brown person? How do they respond to you as a red person or a brown or a dark person or a black person? How do they respond to you? And if you understand what's consistently is always happening, then you know how you need to adjust yourself and how you need to speak to other people in your, you know, wherever you are in your spaces, so that you can operate and function in society and prosper in a good and healthy way. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing that, you know, people want to vibe with you. And the men, they don't mind paying for your stuff. It ain't hardly anywhere I go. I said, baby, you just don't know. You don't have to spread your legs like that. Be a lady. Learn to speak life into these men. Learn to be quiet in your space. And if it's not, make sure you got your money stacked right so you can do what you want at any time you feel like it. And then if you want to deal with him and have that time and give him that space, then you can. But understand who you are. Honey, this is how society responds to you. This is how society looks at you. Walk in your giftings. Whatever those are, but always keep it a lady. And you won't hardly have to pay for nothing. Because you're a woman and you're a lady. Take care of them. Make the men. Watch out for the men. Keep them straight. You know, I'm a gatekeeper when it comes to my African American men. So anyhow, she just lit up. And so by the end of the conversation, the grandma, she was like, ooh, I like you. I can hang with you. She said, I'll travel the world with you. I said, okay, all right. I said, all right now, come on. That's all right. So they just got so much. I think the whole entire line, because it was a line about 4 or 5 people, I think the whole line was gleaning from my energy, y'all. Because when I left out, I had went to the car because I left my phone. That's why I couldn't finish my business. I come back in the store and I said, well, let me go grab this item. So I go, and then I see like 1 or 2 people that was in that line, and they just smiling and looking and waving. I said, Boy, the energy be real, okay? The energy be real, and understanding your giftings when you out in society, that how your gift affects people. What do they receive when you enter the space in the room? They receive healing. They receive life. And like I said, this happens to me all the time. I'll feel them people, it'll get real quiet around me. Then I'll start hearing people whispering, then they'll start pointing. And then they'll stand still. And then they all start readjusting themselves. And it is just, that's how life and society interacts with me as a cell, a living cell on this planet. So when you understand that about yourself, how society interacts with you as a living cell on this earth, on this planet, that helps you understand your giftings and why you're here, what you're supposed to be doing. When you enter a room, what happens? Do people think about things? Do people readjust themselves? Is it a positive way? Is it a negative way? And if it is, that could also help you gauge yourself. Like, what do I need to change in myself because I don't like these results? And when you play with things like that and interact with people differently by adjusting yourself, your character, your personality, not to say be a joker or a chameleon, but understand how to relate to the other living cells around you on this planet, on this earth. Because everything in you is a living cell. Okay? So, but anyhow, I understand that when you understand that thing about yourself, when it comes to identity, then you know how to respond because you know what people want from you. And I've been doing this for so long, and I understand what it means when people start to come to me and do these and say these different things. I said, yeah, baby, get that together, snatch that up, be the lady in the room. And so she was so happy. So then when I was leaving out for the second time, she was at the checkout, and I looked, and she saw me, and she brightened up, and she was waving. I was like, okay, they want to travel the world with me, y'all. So, thank you guys too on here on Help Me Out. Thank you so much for all of your donations, and those of you that have been going to my website purchasing products. I am going to be releasing new products very, very soon. I'm sorry, I am, because I need some more stuff out there. Because all of this breath of life in me from Africa that is just bubbling up, that is so breathing and so alive in me, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know the breath of life. Understanding the breath of life. The breath of life. Okay? I could go deep, and I just can't right now on this video because I will straight have church on y'all. I will straight have church on y'all, okay? So, but for now, you guys, teach these young girls and these how to be women. Yeah, you can dance and do all that. I do mine on a professional level, sometimes a semi-professional level, and it gives me an outlet to do it in a creative way and to be able to perform on stage with other artists and other dancers, models, whoever, actors, and it's amazing. So building your skills and talents and connecting with yourself first before you try to get into a relationship. Make yourself the bomb to yourself. Yeah, you got to put in some work, but make yourself the bomb to yourself first. Because then when you the bomb to yourself, can't nobody tell you nothing. Hello. And I was thinking that way when I was like 6. I started thinking this when about 8 years old. 8, 9, 10. I started learning at 8, 9, and 10. If you don't want nobody telling you nothing, make sure you do everything correctly as best to your ability to the T as much as you can. That way can't nobody say nothing to you. Or when people come to you and say something to you, they either lying or let me check it and double check. And if they got, if they right, they right. But most time, they mediocre. If you're the person who's not mediocre, but you have mediocre trying to come to you and tell you something, you understand me? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So speak life into these young ladies. You don't have to be spreading your legs because all they're gonna do is run through you. You know, you can teach them the game all day long, but it ain't always about the game. It's about you get to you first. If you ain't gonna get to you first, then you need to understand up here, ain't nobody else finna to. So any relationship you finna go into, you finna get hurt. Because you're not even getting to you first yet. Understand that. And if you going into relationships, you're intentionally setting yourself up for hurt. On GP, because you don't have self-control and self-discipline. Develop self-control, develop discipline. You know, and I know what it's like to be all heads over heel over a guy, and you would give him your life, your everything. You know, I have a song called Smile Again. Go check out my song Smile Again. On YouTube or iTunes, Apple Music. Except for Spotify. But yeah, you guys, speaking life into these young ladies and teaching them how to treat a man, a young man.
Wow.
Because sometimes too, the way they talk to these men, they forcing them to be feminized because they keep talking down on them. Quit talking down on our men. Stop it. Do not. If you in junior high school doing it, stop it. If you in high school doing it, stop it. College doing it, stop it. If you above that, stop it. Older than that, stop it. Show them love. Give them love. They are the most hated man on this planet. They have the hardest job on this planet. Don't be jumping on don't be jumping on the camelback. Okay. Just don't. Show some love and respect. Show them how they're supposed to be treated. And we can go back and forth all day arguing, well, if they weren't treating us like this, then we would know. Stop it. Be the woman about it. Be the woman about it. Because I tell you, every man that comes into contact with me, that comes into my presence, he always draws some kind of life from me. As much as I'm willing to give. And it don't matter what level of wealth he owns. It don't even matter. Because the way I walk in the Holy Spirit, the way I see people, I don't see money, I see people, I see souls, I see spirits. And I understand through the Holy Spirit what God's will is for each individual. And if I choose to allow him to use me to draw that energy from me, to glean what they need, or what would assist them, I can allow that, or I can stop that and block that off. You know, so understanding understanding your energy, your skill level, your relationship with the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and how the Holy Spirit uses you. How you allow him to exude from you and touch whom he wills to touch and do what he wills to do. And including you. You know, and that's an intimate relationship. That's an intimate relationship. And when you got that down, you feeling all right. Trust me, you are. You feeling all right. You feeling all right. When you learn how to go through the ups and the downs with the Lord, with the Most High, Yahuwah, when you have learned to go up and down on them roller coasters with him, and you've had to learn to let go, especially here in the USA, because we didn't have what our other half in Africa had. They got what we didn't get, and we got what they didn't get. So for us trying to learn that is crazy. It's a painful, kind of hurtful journey in a sense. And I'm sure for them to come and learn this is hurtful. When they look back home and they see, well, dang, they took our people. They took our resources. We have to leave and come way over here to our colonizers' home where they enslaved and raping and killing us to get an education. And I'm sure their journey is painful and hurtful too. So when people say we need healing, our culture needs healing, our people need healing. Our black men, they need healing. They need love. They need healing. And when I say men will glean off of me, it could be if that relationship is me a sis to a bro. Because I'm sometimes, like my bro, he call me big sis. You know, my cousins, they call me OG, triple OG. Call me a few things. You know. And more the other side call me bulldog. See, yeah. Anyhow, I spread love, y'all. I spread love. I spread love. I spread love. Okay. And so when I allow that energy, if they need a big sis, I'm here. I'm a big sis then. If you need auntie, yeah, auntie. Yeah, in Africa, they was auntie, yeah, auntie. And so I was auntie, whatever, American auntie. That's cool with them, you know, whatever, you know, or, you know, many things. You can flip, you can switch your hat depending on what they need and if you choose to give them those things. You know, whether it's recognition, whether it's a hug, whether it's a smile, whether it's a meal, whether it's some dividends, you know. So, understanding your power and how God uses you. How He uses you. Okay? Talk to these young ladies. Because this young lady was feeling so good again. They said they was going to travel the world with me. I'm thinking, how do they know? Ooh. Okay. How did they know? Ooh. Yeah, so you guys. Until next time, this is your girl Shema Ladd, your personal development premarital life coach. Lift these young ladies up, y'all. Teach the men, show the men how we love them, how we want to gatekeep them, how we want to protect them, how we want to cover them, how we want to cover them, how we want to pray over them, how we want to pray for them, how we got their back. Yeah, it hurt. They're going to have to come off that snow bunny stuff. I'm sorry. I am with Dr. Umar on that. Come off the snow bunny stuff. Just stop giving them all that gold and that honey and that chocolate for free. Just stop it. Stop mixing us and intermingling us with, don't, just stop it. And a lot of them Europeans, they want them to stop it too. Because it's to preserve our bloodline. And we fell in love. We don't want to preserve the bloodline. Because they don't see the bigger picture. The same ones who go to church but don't see the bigger picture. If you don't even care about the tribe yourself, if you don't care about the tribe yourself, that you're willing to dilute the entire tribe continuously, then you're unaware of why you even go to church. You're unaware of your true identity. You're unaware of your assignment and what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, what's done is done. We was in the dungeon, in the belly of the beast. Get it? I understand. Get it? I understand. Okay? But we need some people to preserve the bloodline. We need some people to preserve the tribe, the true tribe, the bloodline. Okay? So y'all think about those things. Think about those things if you were part of the tribe of Judah. What would the tribe be if everybody just went and got with some other culture and what, it's just gone now? The whole tribe gone because it's diluted. It's a watered down, diluted, and how diluted will it get till it's so diluted that, you see, somebody has to preserve the bloodlines. Somebody has to be consciously aware enough to make a conscious choice in the scheme of things, in the scheme of the Bible, in the scheme of God's chosen people, in the scheme of the covenant that we have made with Him, the covenant that you say you're a part of, the covenant that you say you know of, the covenant that you say that you're aware of, the Abrahamic covenant that you say you're aware of. You understand? what tribe you from and what the assignment of your family was? What was the original assignment of your tribe? What was y'all supposed to be doing? What were you supposed to be doing? What was your assignment? Tribe of Dan, tribe of Judah, tribe of Naphtali. Hello. All these tribes. What assignment did God give you? Your family, your ancestors. And did you leave it in the sea with your ancestors? Did you leave it when they crossed over to a whole nother country across the seas and you never continued what the Lord's assignment was for your tribe? Who are you? Wake up. What was your assignment of your family? Ask God and research it. Start asking, start praying, start looking, because this is the great awakening. Pick your assignment back up. Pick your mantle up. The ancestors were passing batons. What baton has been passed to you? What was you supposed to be doing? Yeah, somebody dropped the ball. Yeah, they was on drugs. Yeah, they was drinking. Yeah, they was hoeing. Yeah, maybe they was in prison. Yeah, because we know the devil just been picking us off. But we coming out of slavery now. Pick up your mantle. What was your family's assignment? What was your tribe's assignment? Wake up. Tribes. 12 tribes. Wake up. And the tribe that is not counted of Dinah, if you know you are from Dinah, if you are from the tribe of Dinah, the only female out of the 12 tribes, 13 tribes, they don't count Dinah. Wake up, Dinah. Because if it was me, I will be following my 12. They may have counted me out, but I'm going with my brothers. And I'm taking my blood and my lineage. Who's the tribe of Dinah? Where are they? Who are they? These are things to think about. These are things to think about, us Bible thumpers and us Bible scholars and followers. The tribe of Judah, you got the floor. We got the floor. Everybody should know what their assignment was.
Genesis 2:18.
Because we're going to need it to push through what's coming. That's what's going to keep your focus. That's what's going to keep your mind. That's what's going to keep you going through what's about to hit USA and the world. Start praying now. Get it 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 now. So you know you locked in, because you understand what your tribe's assignment was, because that's what's in your blood and that's what's in your DNA. That will explain a lot of things, even in your choices in work, your choices in career, your choices in education. A lot of your choices. Start doing some research. Things to think about, you guys. Oh, it feels so good. It smells so good. And it's so humid out here. And it feels so beautiful. All right, y'all. Bye.